Hi, welcome back to Salty at 60. Today we're going to talk all about the chic and moody color combination of gray and brown. So let's get into it. Of course, Mother Nature is the ultimate master painter of all color combinations. And although what we love to see in the fall are the beautiful, rich, and golden tones of yellow, burgundy, and purple, there is also another array of colors that we see often in the fall. It's those misty, moody, darker colors of gray and brown, and how that just blends in with the beautiful skies that we see in the fall, particularly on a cloudy day. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So from rich browns to light taupes, all the way to light and pale dove gray to steel gray, these two neutrals combined together give a very chic look. And I thought that this was a particularly apropos combination to talk about this fall for 2025 because brown is just trending so hard right now. And obviously I don't think that colors really trend if it is more of a traditional color. However, it does matter what the manufacturers are producing, and brown is the it color of the season. We are seeing it in beautiful suedes. We are seeing it in sneakers. We are seeing it in shoes. We are seeing it in boots. We are seeing it in handbags, and it is just a gorgeous pairing. And mixed with gray, it gives a very sophisticated look. As you can see from some of these outfits that I've been showing here, it just is it gives off fall cozy vibes as well as being sophisticated. So if you have a wardrobe that is full of neutrals, which I do have a wardrobe that is full of neutrals, I will say that I did, for some of the outfits that I'm going to show you today, I have made some purchases in the last year, maybe the last 6 months, sort of preparing for the fall, because they caught my eye, these outfits in brown and gray style together, and I thought that's something that I would really like to do. And because I have a cool coloring, I tend to go for the cooler browns. However, I have purchased one turtleneck sweater. I got that one from Amazon, and it is too warm of a brown for me. So think about that as you're going through your closet, and you probably have a lot of these pieces that you can mix and match together. And it's just, if you have built your wardrobe with staples plus added color for that can mix and match for all of your outfits, you won't have to buy a thing for this this video where we're featuring these outfits. So I did want to say also, before we get into the videos, that for the most part I did not show outerwear, except with the exception of one outfit, because it is just really too hot here still. Although I am filming here today under the lights because we do have a moody and fall-like sky today. However, it's still warm. We dipped way down, and we had some cool weather in the temperatures. We had dipped way down, and now it is back to high humidity, high 80s. And so the humidity makes us feel like we're a lot hotter. So I did skip the outerwear. We'll save them for maybe some winter videos. So let's get into these outfits that I tried on today. Okay, for this first outfit, I went with a deep, rich brown and a very pale gray. The gray is a gorgeous chiffon or silk type of I call it a peasant blouse, but it's just loose, it's flowy. I have it tucked into these rich brown trousers that I had picked up from Abercrombie. And I have paired this with a pair of beautiful pale gray loafers that I got from Vivaia. No, not Vivaia. Who did I get those from? I can't quite remember. But by the way, all of the new items, or even some of the older ones that are still available, I will pin those below for you. And for reference, I am 5'10". And I do know that some, like these brown trousers, they come in a multitude of colors. I'm not sure if they come in petites, but they do come in talls. This is a tall. This is not a regular. But as you can see from this outfit, it's very casual, which works for my lifestyle because I do work from home. And I mean, even if I didn't, work from home, the more casual I can be, it fits my style a little bit better. But anyway, this can give you some ideas of what you could do with some trousers and an actual blouse. All right, in this second outfit, I have paired the brown trousers again with a slate gray turtleneck sweater. I love turtlenecks. I know that a lot of ladies do not like turtlenecks. They don't like anything restricting around their neck. I bought this probably like 5 years ago from Amazon. I can't even remember which brand it is. It is very soft, very loose fitting. The neck it's not constricting in any way. And if you're not aware, mock necks and turtlenecks are very big this year. But here I paired these again with the gray loafers, just added a gray handbag. And this is just another really super, super easy look. This outfit is just so me. There's two new items here that I had purchased in the last 6 months. First are these beautiful cargo pants. They're like a sweat pant. And I just love these. These are from Old Navy. They are in a color they called Panther, which is basically just a dark gray. And I paired them with this, this was the sweater that I alluded to that's a little bit too warmish for me. But this is a turtleneck that I also purchased. It's ribbed. And I had gotten this from Amazon, I believe, last year when I first started wanting to play with the color brown because I realized I didn't have that in my wardrobe. And I should note that one of the reasons why I kind of moved towards brown wasn't just because, oh, it's trending. It's because I'm trying to move away from black for the most part. Now, I do still wear black. I did have a lot of black blouses that I purchased this summer. I do like black, but I do feel like, when I turn even more paler in the winter, and because I am in the cool family and I'm in a softer family, that the black can be a little bit harsh on me. So if that is the case for you, you might want to consider brown. But I just love this outfit. I purchased these sneakers. I believe this is a Walmart brand. Again, I will have all the links below for this. But this is just so me, so casual, so comfy. I really like this outfit as well. And this stuff here that I'm showing today is not anything really new, although it's not old either. I had purchased this walnut colored sweater from Quince last year. It's on the longer side. It's the long V-neck. It's a button up. And I didn't want to wear again, because of the time of year it is, I didn't want to put, something really heavy under the walnut sweater. So here I just had like a little cami. It is in gray as well. I paired this with this sort of a medium gray pull on, elastic waistband pair of pants. Totally easy to wear. And then I paired them with some Vivaia Mary Janes that I had picked up last year. And I just think that this is a really cute and casual look. And, just think if you were leaving the house, you could just throw over a trench coat on this, or a longer midi or maxi coat, and throw a scarf on. Beautiful outfit. So this is a fun outfit and a little bit of a departure for me. I do tend to shy away from anything close to the body. As you can see here, I have a larger chest, and also I have gained back a few pounds that I had taken off. So, this isn't like my favorite look. However, I do think that this is a really nice combination here. I paired this brown. This shirt came from OGL Move. I purchased that last winter. And I just got these gray washed jeans this summer from eBay. I was looking for a pair of, the washed out gray pants. And these are original Levi's 505. I got them for a steal on eBay. Just think that they are so comfortable. They're loose in the legs, which I really like. And then I paired the outfit with these beautiful cowgirl or cowboy boots that I had picked up this past year as well, when I was going to go to a Yellowstone themed party, and I realized that I no longer had the cowboy boots that I had owned years ago. So I picked these up, and I believe these came from Amazon. And I will say that if you were interested in getting some cowboy boots this year, but you didn't want to spend a lot of money, I would highly recommend these boots. I have a bunion, and my foot seems to be getting wider as I age. And these boots are just so comfortable. I don't have any problem getting in and out of them. They have a side zip on them. They do not rub my bunion. Very comfortable. And they have a nice heel that gives you a nice look, but it's not too high of a heel. So I really enjoyed this look. And let's take a look at the next outfit. All right, in this next outfit, I am wearing a dress. This is a washable silk tank dress that I had purchased from Quince, I think last spring. And I just love the feel of this. And here's where, when you play with textures with brown and gray, it can just look really, really nice. Again, I threw on I believe this sweater came from Old Navy. It's actually very, very warm. I think it even has some wool in it. And it's just long. It would have looked a little nicer if I had remembered to like push my sleeves up a little bit. But I paired this with these knee-high boots that I had purchased from Vivaia last year. They are in a gray wool material. They are slightly chunky. They're really not that chunky of a lug sole. And I liked them because they didn't have high heels. They would keep me warm. And it kind of just matched my style. And I like that whole wrong shoe theory. So I really enjoyed this outfit. Like I said, I think maybe if I'd have rolled the sweater up just a little bit and pushed up my sleeves, I would have liked it even better. But again, this would be such a pretty outfit, and you could mix really any kind of handbag you want it with this. You could do a brown, you could do a beige, or you could do a gray. Okay, for this next outfit, I absolutely love this combination and how this turned out. However, I do want to make note, I have two pair of these slacks, and one is a black and one is a dark, dark gray. And when I pulled these out of my closets to film, I was thinking I had on that I had picked the dark graphite color for the pants. Obviously, I did not. These are black, but you can use your imagination and think of this with a dark gray. And I paired this with, I love this sweater. I believe this is a Pretty Garden sweater. I purchased it. It does say it's oversized. I do like a looser fit. However, it is oftentimes very difficult for me. You know, you'll hear people say all the time, size up, just size up. Well, if you're already in the largest size, you often don't have an option to do that. So here I actually did, and I really like how this fits me. And I like that little off the shoulder look. It's a little bit sexy, and it's something I probably won't wear in the dead of winter because I'll be too cold. Here, I just loved it. And I paired this with a Coach bag in a rich brown that I had picked up last year as well. And I wanted to bring brown into the shoes. So here I paired these with my leopard loafers, and overall just love this look. Okay, in this last look, I went for more of a sort of a less tonal. I mean, you know, it's more of a tonal look. And the color, I can say this is my least favorite outfit. And it's because I purchased these chinos in this taupe color because I really wanted to try like a taupe color, because I can honestly tell you that I don't like camel color that much. And so I had purchased these, and so this is really my first time styling them because it was just too hot to wear them, and I purchased them in the summer. But I paired this with a gray sweater that I had gotten from Quince as well. This is like a merino wool mix, I believe, and it's got the half zip on it. I don't like the length. I think it's the pants that I don't like. I don't like the trousers. But I think that this is a really nice concept of doing the tone on tone. And I did pair this also a Quince over-the-shoulder bag that I had purchased. Probably, that's been about 2 years ago maybe. And I love that bag for when I'm just running out really quick and I don't need a big bag. And again, I used the gray loafers here. And I think, I still cannot remember the name of that brand. I love that brand though, because again, I have feet issues and these shoes are very comfortable. They do give. And I just added like this little scarf, because scarves are still really big in. And I've actually always liked a scarf. Like, again, I think this is a really great concept. I just wasn't real thrilled with this trousers, like the cut of them, and maybe it's even the length of the sweater. But I did want to go ahead and include it here. All right, that was a lot of fun. One of my favorite things to do is I do this in my head all the time. I would be curious to know if you do this too. I tend to group outfits by color in my head. And so I really enjoy like doing the videos on the different colors or the different color combinations. And it also helps me practice and work with my wardrobe on how to mix and match the colors of a particular palette that I'm trying out and see how many different ways that I can wear something. So hopefully you enjoyed this and it gave you some ideas, and I will see you in the next video.